Guys, it's hard to film in the morning. I'm stiff, I'm old, things are getting crazy. But anyways, we're talking about pushing mechanics. We talked a lot about blocking movement. We talked about how to maintain the principles of performance that we see in the push-up and applied into higher level movements such as the dip. So if we're talking about pushing, if we just go down to the push-up, we know that what we're looking for is shoulder forward, keep the elbow on top of the wrist, because that's my ideal application of force. Now, I want to see how we can take this pushing mechanics and apply it into a dip. We talked about this in a previous video, that you can take that same shape and actually create it here, leaning forward. If you look at me from the side, that actually looks almost like a push-up. Now, in terms of a real dip, that is not necessarily a complete dip, but it's a stage of progression into that dip. So if you're trying to learn how to perform dips, remember you need to be able to carry over this pushing mechanics and try to mimic that shape there. Now, how can we scale this thing? How do we build up the strength to it? Well, we can grab a band. Come with me, just follow me as we go. It's okay if we walk and talk. That is supposed to be normal. Sexy girls hanging out at San Francisco CrossFit, it's amazing. The sexiest. Is that inappropriate?
No.
Okay, sorry, it's what we expect. I like it. Anyway, so we can grab a band, use the band on the bars. Now, here's the deal with this band, is that sometimes this band provides too much assistance, and you'll see here when I jump up what this does to me. It basically just holds me up to the point where I don't have to use my hands. But what it allows me to do is to continue to maintain those same shapes that I was talking about earlier. And how do I increase the load here? Well, look at my hips. All I have to do is start lowering my hips a little bit. So that makes it a little bit of a harder dip. And I can start thinking about having my feet aim for something that's a little bit lower down. So if you look at my feet now, my hips are a little bit more extended. They're going a little lower down. But if you look at my upper body, I'm still in the same push-up shape. And then eventually what will happen is that I'll be able to adopt a more extended body position. But this band is a great way of scaling that movement. But it can be a little bit too much sometimes. So try to figure out what band fits you and just make sure that you keep the principles of movement steady and you don't worry about trying to perform the complete movement from the beginning. Progress into it.